It's The Drive on The Fan.
Good morning, everybody. It is The Drive on a Wednesday morning for your listening enjoyment. Devin, Dixon, and Paul Ratliff. TA pushing all the buttons. Terry's getting everybody in line this morning. We are fired up. We are ready to go. We're revving up the Sports Talk engine. And we'll get you through your hump day morning all the way till 9 o'clock here on the Fan Sports Network from the Finley Hyundai Studios. And let's get going. Paulie, man, oh man, oh man, a 9-inning baseball game last night.
Yeah.
We played 2 the night before, just a simple 9-inning baseball game last night, in case people missed it. This World Series has been incredible. This Blue Jays team is unflappable. I mean, they are just unflappable. And look, they win 6-2. They win 6-2, and despite Shohei's best effort, the series is once again tied. And I can't imagine what the next 3 games are going to bring after what we've seen in the first 4. Like you let your mind go there. You want to understand it. The big emphasis last night was Vlad Jr. homering off Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
2-run shot that pushed it to 3-0, it was 2-0 there, and then the Jays never really looked back.
That's right. And Ohtani was the major talking point yesterday, but the other side, Bieber, was fantastic. 5 1/3, 4 hits, just 1 earned run, and he carved up this lineup that I haven't seen like this. I mean, in the postseason, the Dodgers have been putting up run totals that have been insane. The last few games, obviously in the Blue Jays series, 5 and 6, but 11, 5, 5, 8. There's been some high outputs. And Bieber, who got shelled by the Yankees in the first round series, he got pulled early, chased, but he has really rounded into form in the Mariners series. He pitched well, and now he's pitching well against maybe, unquestionably in my mind, the best lineup in MLB. So I think that this is the Blue Jays series to take at this point. They gotta sew this up.
Yeah, here's the thing I love about Toronto. Their bats are resilient.
Yeah.
Like, they have been down multiple series throughout the postseason in this playoff run, and they just keep managing to bounce back. And, at one point or another, you keep thinking they're going to go silent. They're going to crumble. The pressure's too immense. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't. Your body's got to be worn out at this point in the season. It's a long baseball season. The playoffs have been intense. You're all the way here to now going to Game 5 in a best-of-3, and Toronto is just resilient. That's the word that just comes into my mind. And they're playing a juggernaut. And that 2-run homer by Vlad was the difference. And all with George Springer out of the lineup last night, too.
Yeah.
And the win last night is huge because that guarantees the series goes back to Toronto. Mm-hmm. That's what they did in Seattle, is they went and took the first 2 back after they lost 2 and made sure that they were going back to Toronto, and then they won Game 6 and 7. So obviously they didn't want to have to try to win Game 6 and 7. Game 5 is monumental, but this team, I would not count them out. I really would not count them out. And I think we were both kind of in the middle on Shohei yesterday. I was adamant that he would do something special like he always does. You were adamant that he's been hittable. Yeah, I think you said the word. He's shellable.
Shellable, yes.
He's shellable, which I don't even know if that's a real word in the dictionary, but Paul made it up.
That's right.
He's shellable.
He is.
And it was kind of somewhere in the middle. He went 6.
Yeah,
he gave up 4 runs.
4 runs. The Vlad home run hurt him, for sure.
Yeah.
But his velo was good. I thought it was a gutsy performance. I didn't think it was a poor performance.
Yeah,
from
it just
Shohei
wasn't.
Ohtani.
It wasn't special.
No,
it was just a run of the mill.
It wasn't a double
start.
digits. Well, how many strikeouts did he end up with last night?
6.
It's just 6. So I would call that a decent start.
Yeah,
decent to quality. in the playoffs.
There actually is a definition of a quality start.
8-inning game where he got on base 9 times to bounce back and go 6, and still he didn't hit great last night either.
No.
I mean, he's expending a lot of energy. You have to remember this about Shohei. I still think it was a gutsy effort.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he still looked very impressive on the mound. But, all right, let's see. A quality start. I knew there was a definition.
No,
of
there
this.
is. Yeah,
there is.
I know.
Pitches at least 6 innings. Check.
Yeah.
Allows 3 or fewer earned runs. Not quite.
Right.
So, not a quality start.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was close.
I said decent. And then I changed the word to decent. Give me that. Give me that. Come
you
on.
got that.
Come on.
I'll give you decent.
Come on.
I won't give you quality, though. I'll give you decent.
Shane Bieber Appreciation Day from Paulie. Shane Bieber, not Justin Bieber.
That's right.
Shane Bieber. He likes Justin Bieber too, though. He's a hits guy.
Sorry, I love that one.
He's a hits guy.
Bieber, the non-rapper, singer, whatever, Shane was good, and I think that the Blue Jays are in a good spot here. Tied series, their lineup's heating up. Their pitchers are. I think they can handle this lineup. That was the issue. I didn't see any lineup or any pitching staff being able to handle the Dodgers lineup for a series of 5 or 7 games. But it looks as if the Blue Jays are scrappy enough. Their bullpen's good enough. They get timely hits. I mean, they have all the ingredients to beat this team in 7, I think. So I don't think it'll happen before 7, but I think this will be a 7-game series. And the Blue Jays have showed that they belong in this World Series for sure.
Yep. We'll see what tonight brings, and cannot wait. Paulie will be locked in. Tara will be locked in. Devin will be locked in. We will be locked in on a Wednesday night. Not a lot of distractions tonight. Should get a lot of attention. You know, you had all the hockey last night, and you had some NBA. But with all the hockey teams playing that frozen frenzy, there was, I mean, I was working my remote. I mean, it was my son's birthday yesterday, so we went out and played a round of golf, little birthday round of golf, and then went out to dinner with the family. So by the time I got home, it was a little later, but I was working that remote control. I didn't know where to land on it when I got home because there was so many viewable options.
Yeah, there was. ESPN Plus is a godsend for hockey. You can watch any game you want,
and
other than the
you don't
Mammoth.
have to log out of the app
That's
and
right.
go anywhere else.
That's right. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I was tuned in from, I want to say 4:30 was when the Knights dropped the puck and back east in Carolina. So I was watching from 4:30. I had the World Series on my TV too, kind of doing the split box, and then I had an iPad with another game on of hockey. So it was a great night to be a sports fan.
And the Knights won. They beat Carolina
Knights
6-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, beat Carolina
big win.
6-3.
Eichel, it was clutch last night.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if you wanted to go, you know, a couple of the best things we saw, I think, Paulie, you would probably go Jack Eichel. Jack has been tremendous. Doesn't he lead the NHL in points right now?
I'll have to
Or is he
check
close?
that.
He's close.
I'll have to
He had
check
3
that.
more points last
He
night.
has, he leads. He's 19
does.
points.
Yeah, he's right. I thought he did.
Yeah.
He's been phenomenal. And
Top 5 in goals.
Skorofiev has been great too.
He has. He's
I
tied
know it's
for first with
Dorofiev,
9.
but we call him around here Skorofiev.
Skorofiev.
Yeah, he's doing really well. 9 goals, like Tara said.
Yeah.
Eichel's got 8. So you got 2 guys in the top 5 in goal scoring for the Knights. So that's that. And Marner really hasn't even taken shape with this team yet.
He's playing very
still trying
unselfishly.
to implement himself in and find his groove and role with this team. But it's clear he hasn't really taken that next step and really fit in with the team yet. I think he's still trying to build camaraderie, chemistry with his line mates, the power play, because I would have expected him to be a power play beast on this team. But
I just think that he knows that he draws attention away and it opens things up for some one-on-one situations for guys like Dorofiev.
Right.
Jack's been playing incredible. Like I don't think you can discount his impact just because he's not scoring.
oh yeah, obviously
Right.
he's a guy that you got to pay attention
What
to.
was his
And
time on the ice last night? Was it 22 minutes, 23 minutes? I didn't see the final box score. That's why I'm asking the question.
That is a good question.
Because as long as he's
skating
that,
a lot.
As long as he's skating
playing.
20 plus minutes and he's productive and he's not
21 minutes is his time on
That's
ice.
about what I thought. That's early in the season. It's not load management, but that's a normal shift.
Yeah, Jack was 21-27, so it wasn't much of a disparity.
Yeah.
7 seconds between Marner and
so they're playing pretty much
Eichel
together on the ice all time.
Okay.
They're pretty much together. The shift count for Marner, 21 shifts. Jack Eichel, 21 shifts.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Jack is just playing incredible, and he's getting the goals. And Marner's not getting the love he probably deserves for some of the things that don't go in the box score.
And Jack used to be the distributor.
100%.
He used to be the passer, but now he's taking more of a scoring
has
role.
Done that at times too, where he scores, but then he'll be a facilitator. He's out right now still,
he's
right?
out.
He didn't play last night.
LTIR for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep. So Knights beat Carolina for the second time in like the last 10 days.
That wraps up their Carolina two-step.
Yeah.
They don't have to play them anymore. I was listening to the, Roots Sports Carolina, and their broadcasters were like, this is the last game against the Golden Knights. And I got to say, Jim, I'm pretty happy about it. This is a good team. They're like, we end our 2-game set with them, and we're glad.
Really good impersonation of a North Carolina broadcaster. Really good. Jim. Not as good a news for the Mammoth. The win streak came to an end last night. They had a 7 straight win streak.
Screeching halt.
I know Edmonton got hot last night. They lose the game, but I don't think that's going to shake the Mammoth's confidence in where they're doing right now.
No.
I mean, Edmonton is a team that we've seen have slow starts before and then be right there at the end. So, you're on the road. You're riding a 7-gamer. I'm not panicking. I'm not worried about the Mammoth at all. Cooley had a nice one I saw last night. I didn't watch this whole game, but I did see the highlight of that Cooley goal. That was pretty sweet.
It was good.
Yeah,
Turka's unassisted was cool too.
Good, yeah.
They got some skill.
They got some dudes.
They got some speed too. Like they've got.
I don't think they're going away.
I don't think so either. I mean, Frank Cervalli, who's like a big. I think he's with TSN now. I have to check his. Twitter account, but he was saying Hockey Insider. Oh, he's not with a publication right now. He's a free agent. Oh, that's right. But he was saying in a tweet that the Mammoth are going to be a Western Conference, not just playoff team, but contender.
Yeah.
He thinks they're going to be a contender this year with the way they're built. So interesting stuff.
Was it at least 4 overtime games last night in the NHL?
Penguins
at least
and Flyers went to the shootout. Blue Jackets, Sabres were overtime. Ducks, Panthers went to a shootout. Kraken went to overtime.
So 5. There was at least 5.
Jets and Wild, overtime.
Here it is. I think we're not very far away from talking about the Utah Mammoth and the contender conversations to come out of the West. That was a quote from Frank, and he's a real plugged-in hockey guy. So it'll be interesting.
A guy that's watched hockey his whole life, writes about it, covers it, talks about it.
Yeah.
You see good hockey, and it's noticeable. The improvement is already very noticeable from last year's Mammoth team to this year. There was moments last year.
They couldn't score last year. Remember we were talking about that early in the season, that they were just plagued by their inability to net goals.
Yeah.
And they had Vemelka playing good, making 30 save a night outputs with a regularity, but the offense just wasn't there last year. I think the offense has taken huge steps this year with Peterka, with Gunther and Cooley having another year of development. Keller's already going to probably be on the Olympic team. Like, they've got some really good young players. And I think if you're not on the bandwagon and you're from Utah, it's time to jump on.
Other things going on around the water cooler this morning. WNBA. It looks like this is heading towards
lockout.
Well, the WNBA offered their players a 30-day extension to negotiate the new CBA, the new collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah.
And that was reported yesterday. And the current collective bargaining agreement expires this Friday. So, I just don't think they're going to reach a decision before Friday if they're asking for 30 more days or offering 30 more days.
Yeah.
So it feels like this is going to go on for a while. Have you heard about this, Paulie? The NCAA,
the gambling thing,
delayed implementing this rule that would allow college athletes to bet on pro sports.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Plenty of pressure going around.
Yeah. This would be bad just because even though they're not allowed to bet on college sports, it's still getting the betting in their heads and the idea of games and spreads and totals. I don't like this. I think it's just, why do college athletes have to bet on pro sports? Why can't they just be locked out until they're done playing? Like, if they're not playing and they're not at a university playing football somewhere, and they're just a regular guy like me and you, graduated, fine, bet all you want. But like, I don't understand why they have to bet while they're in school. With all the gambling stuff we've been seeing, the Chauncey Billups, the Terry Rozier point shaving allegations, going unders on stuff. Like,
I understand that.
I just think it's kind of shaky.
I
mean,
understand
it
that.
opens a Pandora's box.
I understand that. Yeah, it's like, why do we need our young adults to be gamble-holics earlier in life? Why can't they just wait?
Yeah.
Look, the thing is that if they want to gamble, they're going to do it anyway.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the thing. I think a lot of people are like, you may as well just let them. Like, I mean, you take a gymnast or a golfer or a lesser known athlete that plays one of those sports, and they want to go from Utah down to Mesquite and put a 3-leg parlay in on the NFL. They can't do that right now. Do you think that is? But they're 21. They're a legal gambling age. They're in Mesquite. They want to put they can't do that.
Yeah.
What harm is that doing? That is, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not picking a side here. I'm just saying what. I don't know. Look, there's plenty of pressure to go around. You could pressure one side of this story. You could pressure the other side of this story.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to have their own take on this, and I'm not sure what pressure is going to ultimately lead to the Division I board, whoever votes on this kind of stuff, implementing this. But they've delayed it till November 22nd.
It has to be approved by
2/3.
Oh, 2/3. Okay.
2/3 of the Division I schools to change the rule is what I understand. But a lot of people agree with what you're kind of saying. Greg Sankey, SEC commissioner, he's asking for a reversal. He's the one pushing, got the delay.
Can't be a good thing.
He's like, this policy change represents a major step in the wrong direction.
Correct.
Okay, and if you're worried about the professional sports stuff, it's probably a very valid point by Sankey, right? You let these guys do this as college athletes. They're already gambling. They get hooked on it. And then when they go to the NFL or the NBA or the Major League Baseball, then they want to keep betting. And now they're not able to. And that gets a slippery slope, as we've seen with all the arrests in the last 2 weeks.
And that's why they're probably delaying this, is because of the Chauncey Billups stuff.
Do you think if that doesn't happen, this gets pushed through?
This probably gets pushed through. I'm seeing a lot of stuff that a lot of beat reporters connecting the dots, saying that's a big reason. But the NCAA tweeted this in 9/21/2024. Reality check: over 35 states have legalized sports betting. 1 in 10 college athletes suffer from gambling addiction, and student athletes are getting harassed like never before by bettors via DM, text, message, all that. So, and I saw a video on that, like, a couple years ago, Gonzaga was playing TCU in the NCAA tournament, and they made that buzzer beater with like 3 seconds or 2 seconds left. And that kid who made that buzzer beater, he showed his DMs to like Bleacher Report or one of these outlets, and it was just, he was getting bombed by people that were betting on Gonzaga, the guy that hit the three to hose the spread. So I think that gambling has become way too mainstream right now. All the ads you see on TV, DraftKings, FanDuel, every Sunday, every Saturday, you're inundated with it all day. And I just don't think that our athletes need to be able to bet.
Yeah, I mean,
at the college level. And the NFL players can't bet, so why should the college players be able to bet?
Yeah, I don't know where this all came about and why there was such a push for this in the first place.
Yeah, I don't understand. It kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I saw it like a couple weeks ago as something they were proposing, but I didn't think it would get this much legs, but it is.
Look, anytime you're talking about something like this, you are forced to think about the integrity of the competition.
Correct.
And how that could be directly threatened.
You don't want a Terry Rozier situation with college players.
Yeah. And
you don't want them taking dives, dropping footballs, fumbling, whatever, to hurt the integrity of the game.
Well, it normalizes the behavior, right?
Yeah.
The thing is you start betting in college and you're able to, and you're just betting on pro sports. You're not betting on college sports, but it normalizes it. And then you get to the scenario where you're starting to get the pressure. You get him bad. You owe somebody money, and you do stupid crap.
The Pete Rose thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it bubbles over. I mean, Pete was just started off by betting random games.
And I didn't even think about the social influence like you're alluding to with the Bleacher Report and the Gonzaga game. I didn't even think about there's the gambling side of it with the addiction to gambling. There's the financial pressure that people put on from the gambling, and they're wagering a lot. And then there's that social media backlash or influence that can happen So this is a really interesting story.
Yeah,
Really interesting story.
NCAA, that's why I don't understand this. They had a whole campaign called Draw the Line. Sports betting is everywhere. Your friends, family, and classmates are placing bets. Ads are impossible to miss, and the prevalence of harassment from angry fans who lose a bet continues to increase. The NCAA launched a new video as part of the Draw the Line campaign titled "Don't Be a Loser," calling on fans to curb abuse directed at teammates of players at NCAA institutions.
Draw the line.
Draw the line. And now they want to let them bet. So it doesn't make much sense to me.
Yeah, no, it is an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I was just looking at this NCAA tweets. When you type in sports betting college athletes on Twitter, the first thing that comes up is the reality check from NCAA. Over 35 states have legalized sports betting. 1 in 10 is addicted, all that. And now they want to let people bet on sports that are actively engaged in college athletics. I'm out on that. I'm out.
Other around the water cooler storylines you might be talking about when you get to work today. Draymond Green went on his podcast and defended Adam Silver. How about old Draymond, who's been suspended multiple times? Yeah. Plenty of fines have been levied in his direction for, his conduct and his animated responses to situations, for technical fouls, all that. But he actually defended Adam Silver in the middle of all the league's gambling scandals. So that's interesting. On I've never listened to Draymond's podcast. I need to check that out.
I think it's pretty popular.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Other news: the Saints are benching Spencer Rattler in favor of the rookie Tyler Shaw. Yeah,
going to go to the Louisville Gunslinger rookie. I like this move.
Came in the second half last week.
Yeah.
But Rams in LA.
Yeah, that'll be tough for a rookie quarterback. But
I remember when they went to Jackson Dart, and you're thinking this is not exactly a soft landing spot, and Jackson Dart went and won the game.
Yeah,
they were big underdogs.
That's right.
But that was at least a home game,
and that was Philly, right? The Eagles
made
his debut.
Yep. Yes, sir. So, look, it looks dicey. The Saints are not good right now. They have one win the entire season. And it will be Tyler Shaw that will be getting the start. Okay, lots of time. Got a good NBA double dip tonight. Cavs at Celtics. That's going to be an interesting one. Of course, 6 o'clock on Fox, Game 5, pivotal Game 5. We'll give you the numbers on Game 5s a little bit later in the show. Blue Jays at the Dodgers. So lots to get into. Also today, there is a press conference scheduled at 1 o'clock, Paul. Mm-hmm. And so I think what is going to happen at 1 o'clock is Utah Tech University is going to make a formal announcement of what conference they're going to join for a couple sports that the Big Sky does not offer. And those sports include men's soccer and baseball. Mm-hmm. And there's really 4 conferences out there that makes sense, right? They're even maybe in the realm of possibilities. Mm-hmm. And those conferences include the West Coast Conference, the Mountain West Conference, the Summit League, and even the Big West Conference, Long Beach State. But I don't, I haven't went through and I haven't counted up how many men's soccer programs are in each conference, and what's the weather in each of these cities that are involved in these 4 conferences. But those are the 4 conferences that when we sat down and kind of looked at this, when the announcement came this summer that they were going to the Big Sky Conference, we knew baseball would have to find a home and men's soccer would have to find a home, and it looks like that is done. And we will get the word. We don't know. Any guesses, Paulie? Any guesses on where they will be going?
I would think the Summit League would make the most sense, but we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's the Summit League.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. No, okay. I don't think it's the Summit League.
I think Mountain West going to be tough to get into. So
yeah, but the soccer in the Mountain West with the situation, there's not that many men's soccer teams out west, but the Mountain West has a lot of them.
Yeah.
So if they would actually affiliate and form a conference for soccer, I think the Mountain West actually makes the most sense.
Okay.
Baseball pretty flexible. Baseball, you want to find a good home, you want to get a conference slate. Mountain West would be great. West Coast Conference would be fine. We've seen Utah Valley, we've seen Grand Canyon Bolt for those conferences already as the WAC has been rated. And so just conference aligning, how big do they want to go? Everybody's trying to get in where they fit in right now. So that's going to be really interesting. At 1 o'clock, we will get the news on that regard. And then tomorrow on the show, we'll react to that. So, some things going on around the water cooler on the Fan Sports Network. We are off and running. Thanks for locking us in, loading us up here in the Findlay Hyundai studios. Findlay Hyundai, brand new Palisades have dropped. Hybrids are available. Brand new body style. You're going to love it. Rates as low as 3.9%. Don't want to pay 3.9%? How about the 2025 Tucson and Santa Fe's remaining 0%? So, if you want to save some money on interest and get a brand new car, go see our friends at Findlay Hyundai. Head over there in a flash. They'll be open a little bit later on this morning, and check it out and drive away happy. We'll take the break and be right back. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It is The Drive. We are live. Show today brought to you by our friends at St. George Tent Shop. St. George Tent Shop. Standing by, ready when you need them. You get a new ride. You want to get the windows tinted. obviously great for the high desert all year round, keeps the car cooler and makes it look cooler as well. So if you want to get over there, now's a great time to book your tent job. Just give them a call, 435-704-8657, St. George Tent Shop. And they can do a lot of other stuff, too, over there to really deck out your ride. Got a couple things here. So one of the things I turned on last night, Paulie, after a little family dinner for my son's birthday, I got back to the house, and I had the TV going, right?
Yeah.
And I was watching a little James Madison. I was watching a little hockey. I was jumping around. I obviously finished the end of the World Series game. And then I realized, oh, yeah, there's that Desert Hills against Orem state championship volleyball game. And so I was sitting there, and I asked my wife, I'm like, do you know who won that game? She's like, no, let's check. So we popped it on her phone, and we were sitting there, and we watched the entire fourth set, just laying in the bed watching on our phone. And what a thrilling set. Desert Hills wins it 26-24. They take down the defending champs. They take down the number 1 seed. And it's not like a David Goliath upset because they were the 2 seed. Yeah. It went chalk. It was 1 versus 2. Orem beat Crimson in the semis. And then Desert Hills got past Green Canyon, and then they met for the finals last night. And Desert Hills wins the state championship. So congratulations to Coach Craig Allred and this Thunder volleyball team. They have been really, really good. I got a friend of mine that is one of the assistant coaches in the region, and he's always, all season, he's been, man, have you seen this Desert Hills team play? They are a well-rounded team. He's like, they got size, they got speed, they got serving. He's just like, they're just so good. And I've been hearing that all season long, and I went and watched them. I think twice. My daughter performed between the second and third set of the game. I think it was the Snow Canyon game was the last game I was over there. And they absolutely just put the throttle down. Just put the throttle down on Snow Canyon and just kind of ran away with it. It was very, very impressive. So not shocked by this. I do think, Paul and Tara, I'd love to get your take on this too. Yeah. On the female side, women's sports in Region 9, you could argue are having one of the better falls we've ever seen. And you could argue that the last couple years that our female athletes in Southern Utah are winning more state titles than our male athletes. I'd have to go fact check that, but I feel like we just had Snow Canyon girls soccer win state last week. Yep. Huge. Lottie Smith, 2 goals. Oh, yeah. Stewart had the PK difference maker, and they beat a good Ridgeline team.
Tori Martin made the save of like her life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so, she was one of our Finley Subaru Player of the Week award recipients a couple weeks ago. Right. Frank was a shutout. I think she had 6 shutouts this season.
Wow.
In the net, which is remarkable.
That is. Yeah.
You know, I think Pine View's cross country team just took second. I think we had some girls, do well at state in girls tennis. I mean, look at what Nadal has done in track and field last spring. I'm trying to think of other. We had a couple girls right up there in the girls state golf championships last spring. So it's been a really good year for female sports in Region 9. And I think that just another case in point was last night, Desert Hills Volleyball taking home the state championship. And it was, they had to go through some good teams, had to go through Park City, had to go through Ridgeline, had to go through Green Canyon, and then had to get the number 1 seed, Orem Tigers, and a couple different plays. And that goes to a 15-point thrilling Game 5, but instead Desert Hills wins it 26-24. They stormed the court up at Utah Valley University. We're going to try to get Coach Allred, maybe even, I think there's 5 seniors. We'll try to get them. We'll try to maybe get them on the show, tomorrow or something. Tomorrow, maybe Friday, because I think, I think it needs to be celebrated. We don't always get every state championship and key players and seniors on the show, but we attempt to. Right. This is a good job. Good job. I know Crimson ended up taking 4th So, and that's hard. When Crimson lost to Orem, they got to turn around and try to play again, and you're playing for third and fourth, and Green Canyon got them. I know Hurricane ended up, I think, losing to Mountain View on the one-loss side of the bracket. I know Snow Canyon came back through and ended up taking 8th, if I'm not mistaken. They won a couple. They knocked out Pineview, and then they knocked out Park City, and then I think Mountain Crest beat them. Mountain Crest also beat Cedar. So a good finish there for Snow Canyon. They got some really young players coming up through that. The two Peg girls are dynamite over there at Snow Canyon. But clearly the best of the best this year. Desert Hills bringing home the state hardware. Probably celebrated late into the night last night. Don't you think that? They might still be celebrating
Might be
right
still
now.
going.
How many volleyball players are actually headed to class right now?
Right.
Play at Desert Hills.
They should get a free pass today.
They should. Yeah, they should. Or at least a late pass.
Yeah.
I mean,
A tardy pass.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't imagine the bus got back before 2 a.m.
Right, yeah.
Probably more like 2:30. Although, depending on the stop, did you go to a gas station or did you go to In-N-Out
Right.
Burger? Did you just stop it, for a dine-in
To go
steak
to like
dinner?
Dairy Queen and get some
There
ice
you
cream
go.
or something, celebrate.
Yeah. I'm sure it was a joyous bus ride home.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
And I'm sure there was a reception of fans and parents meeting them at the high school when they returned to town.
That's right. I bet.
Tough to get on the fire truck at 2:30 in the
2 a.m., yeah.
morning. But
Yeah.
congratulations to Desert Hills girls volleyball team, Coach Allred and the staff there. I texted Tim Gardner, who's one of the assistant coaches, and told him congrats. And he's like, "Boom, baby!"
Nice.
I mean,
I love it.
they're fired up. That's a big win because Orem has been a juggernaut.
Yeah.
They've been a juggernaut. And I can't remember how many titles they've won in the last 10, 15 years, but it's been a lot. And, this is when you beat the top seed and the defending champ,
Right.
it's got to feel good. They win 25-17. They turn around and win 25-17 again.
Again, yeah.
And then Orem comes back, wins 25-19. And then that hard-fought back-and-forth final set that I watched, 26-24. Holy smokes. What a fun state championship game. And obviously it stings for Orem, but it's got to feel good for Desert Hills. They're poised.
Yeah.
They had all the tools. Desert Hills can go on runs. And I think volleyball is one of those sports where momentum matters, right? Momentum in sports is an interesting
Yeah.
thing.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at, runners left on base, or you look at, third down conversion. Keeping momentum, key statistics matter. And I think Desert Hills was really good at, momentum all year. And they played with a ton of confidence.
Yeah.
And, chemistry, tight-knit group.
Yeah.
Obviously you're playing for your school, you're playing for your teammates, you're playing for your family, and they got it done. It's kind of fun storyline this morning that we got another state championship right here in Region 9. So congratulations to the Desert Hills volleyball team. You're the best around. Cue up the
That's
Karate
right.
Kid
I
theme
like
music.
the Karate Kid.
Yeah. That's one of my favorites.
You do like that.
I love that
I know
song.
you do.
You don't like it.
It's okay. From that same movie, I like the Cruel Summer better. Bananarama. I love that one.
Not me.
Tara doesn't like that one.
Not me.
And you don't
For
like
a hits guy, you have terrible taste in music.
Yeah.
That was a pre-show take, too. She's gotten that in twice today.
Yeah.
My
He
music
keeps
does.
telling, I'm like, no, that's horrible.
I will say
You
this.
like that song, right? The Cruel Summer?
Yeah, I like it, but not as much
It's
as I
not
like the
cool.
best around.
Yeah, I know.
It's
You like
fine.
Joe
Yeah, it's good,
Esposito,
but-
by the way, if you're looking that up on Apple Music, if you haven't heard that in a while, nobody's even can remember who sings.
That's right. It's been a while since that one was in the radio airplay.
We need to play that, Tara. We
Okay,
need,
we'll
we need,
pull it
we
up.
need-
Coming back.
We'll
we
come
need,
back
we
with
need to
that.
play that.
Okay.
Not Cruel Summer.
Okay.
Not Cruel Summer.
fine.
Not a bad song,
Not a bad
but not
song.
appropriate for winning a state volleyball
right.
title.
It hasn't been a cruel summer for the
They'll probably play that in Orem on the bus home.
Yeah.
long summer for those Orem Tigers.
Hey, got to get to a break. Show today brought to you by Wilkinson's House of Lighting. Light it up with lights, fans, home decor, and so much more. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Yeah, playing this for the Snow Canyon State Champ soccer team from last week in 4A. And last night playing a little, you're the best around for the volleyball team at Desert Hills. They bring home all the marbles. Yes. That's
Esposito. Yeah.
That is our new theme music for state championships on the drive.
I think it always has been.
Yep.
You don't really love the We Are the Champions by Queen, I feel like.
Good song.
Because I've tried it
Good
a few
song.
times and when we've had state
I just
champs
think-
in, and
I
you've
just-
always liked the Esposito
I don't know
song.
why I like that song. People
do.
crank it back up. I just want to jam.
What's a little more? There we go. Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
It's got that 80s guitar solo.
Come
It's
on.
great.
I just want to. Where's Mr. Miyagi? Let's go.
Do the crane. There you go, buddy.
Come on. Fired up.
That is a good one.
Fired up. Yes. We're playing it for you, Paul. You're the best co-host around.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
I like that. That's very nice of you.
We've got a couple things to get into here. Let's do a little state of the state. Let's talk some college football for a minute to round out hour one. There's some exciting things going on right now. There's obviously the BYU football situation, 8-0. Do I need to say anything else other than BYU football is 8-0? But we probably do, because if you remember correctly, they were 9-0 last year.
Yeah.
And obviously a bye week coming at a really good time with guys like LJ Martin knocked out of the game last week, but they win it by 14 anyway in Ames. They move up to, top 10 in the poll.
Yeah, 8-0, 5-0 in the Big 12, number 10 in the AP poll last week out, 41-27 over Iowa State. Yeah, the bye week comes at a real good time. They got to reassess and gear up for the stretch run. The stretch run unglued this Cougar team last year. The Kansas loss really was the beginning of the end, and the ultimate destination was the Alamo Bowl. I think they have different aspirations this year. This team wants to be in the playoff, so they've got to take care of business. And after the bye week, we will move ahead to Texas Tech on the road in Lubbock.
Another huge one.
That will probably be College Game Day, most likely. I would assume we'll be making their way down to Lubbock for that game. So bye week, again, does come at a really good time. Like I said, number 10 in the AP poll and rolling. BYU doing well.
Speaking of College Game Day.
Yeah. Utah Utes, hosts of College Game Day this week, 6-2 overall, 3-2 in the Big 12, number 24 in the latest AP poll. Last week out, they won 53-7 over Prime and Colorado. They welcome in College Game Day, like I said, in the 7-1 surprise for the Big 12 Cincinnati Bearcats, where the question is, will it be Bird Ficklin or Devin Dampier for the Utes? Both
Does it
guys
matter?
proven effective. Yeah, I mean, Ficklin looked amazing
Looks
last
like
week.
the future is bright.
He does. He looks really, really good at the quarterback position. A real good dual threat. Can really get out in the open field and run.
Colorado's
He's got a good arm.
defense is not good, though.
That's right.
And their offense did not help them out at all. And they were on the field all night long. And Ficklin just sliced and diced and tore them apart.
That's right. He had over 100 yards rushing and passing before halftime. So he was really dicing them up. So they will have... Utah will welcome in Cincinnati, who's ranked 17, 7-1. But right now, intriguing about this, the Bearcats are 9.5-point dogs, almost 10-point dogs on the road.
I'm a little surprised
Rice-Eccles.
this is the College Game Day game. This is the game you picked to come to Salt Lake City for. Does that surprise you at all, Paulie?
I mean, if you look around at the slate this week in college football, it's really, we talked about that one week when we had Alabama, Tennessee, Oregon, Penn State. Like there was
But you got Oklahoma at Tennessee.
Yeah.
You got USC at Nebraska. You've got there's a couple other top 25 matchups, is there not?
It's kind of a beat slate this week. It's not the best, honestly.
What about West Virginia, buddy?
Oklahoma, Tennessee is probably the game that would probably rival this.
Texas Vandy?
Yeah, I don't think there's really any great ones this week. Penn State, Ohio State was supposed to be it.
Well, I'm
but
looking at the line, and number 20 Texas minus 2.5 against number 9 Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at that line, and you said 9.5, and I see 2.5, and it's a top 25 matchup, just like Utah, Cincinnati. Look, I'm glad College Game Day is coming.
Yeah, it's good exposure.
Don't get me wrong. Roll in the semi trucks. Let's go Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
boom, we always play well when we get the attention. We didn't have the defense, fired up. Morgan Scalley have the defense fired up, and there is a question mark at quarterback there. But 9.5 seems like a big number for game day to roll their trucks. And Tennessee and Oklahoma, the Vols are 3.5-point favorites against John Mateer and the Boomer Sooners.
Yeah, that should be a really good game as well. But yeah, I like it that Utah gets this. I mean, they had College Game Day when the Pig Farmer was a starting quarterback against Oregon a couple years ago. I remember Cam Rising came on the set, Whittingham came on the set. They had a big old day out there. I think they'll have another great pregame, great atmosphere for this College Game Day, and then roll right into the night with the game. And I think they will win. So if I had to make the pick, I would take Utah in the points. I think they're going to play really well.
That's a long day for Ute fans because it's an 8:15 kickoff.
Yeah, it is.
It's the late game.
Yep.
And so you got maybe you take a snoozy in the afternoon in between, because if you get up and you start partying like it's 1999 at College Game Day,
that's right.
And then you just keep going by 8 o'clock. Maybe I'm just getting old, but that seems like a long day for Ute fans that are going to be up at 6 a.m.
I could argue it's a long day even if it was a midday game.
Yeah.
Because the tailgating for these big schools starts. I know for me, for one, we would start tailgating at like 8 a.m. even for a night game. So it'd be like a 12-hour day of just tailgating before the game. So it'll be an interesting scene. And like I said, College Game Day, good to be back in the state of Utah. Let's keep rolling here to Utah State. 4-4 overall, 2-2 in the Mountain West, unranked in the polls, of course. Last week's loss, 33-14 to New Mexico. Another bye week for one of our Beehive teams. And this would be nice to get the Pig Farmer fully healthy and continue to progress throughout the season. Early games were competitive against A&M and Vanderbilt. They covered in both of those games. Kind of had me thinking Utah State would be better, but the health of the Pig Farmer, it's been going down, depreciating throughout the year. So I think that Utah State, who I thought earlier on might have had to be in the talk with the Boise's and the UNLVs, but now it looks as if their season a little unraveled in year one under Bronco, but they could still come out of the bye and get things righted. But 4-4 right now, 2-2 in the Mountain West.
If Bryson Barnes hasn't won over fans yet, I don't know what else he can do.
Yeah,
this kid just plays with tremendous effort, tremendous moxie. He's trying to play her. Like, I just have a ton of respect for this small town kid. I love, and to me, when you say Pig Farmer, like, it reminds me of, just that small town farm boy that grew up, knew how to work, knew how to give it everything he had. And I think that's an endearing term. I don't think there's anything derogatory when you call him a pig farmer.
No, it just speaks to his grit and his small town nature. And what was it, Milford, Utah, if I remember correctly, is where the Bryson Barnes is from. So yeah, I've always been a fan. I just don't think I didn't think he was very good going into the season because he's a Utah cast-off, had an okay year last year, but he's really played well when he was healthy this year, but now dinged up and lost to New Mexico last time out. So Utah State trending down a little bit. How about a team that's trending up with 2 straight wins? The SUU Thunderbirds, 3-5 overall, 2-2 in the UAC. They're unranked in the FCS polls. Last week out, 28-7 win over the Utah Tech Trailblazers. And Joshua Dye, that was my prevailing thing from this game that I took away. He will be a contender for the Walter Payton Award with another 200-plus yard performance with not 1, not 2, but 3, as you call them, tatas.
Yeah. How do they keep Josh Dye in Cedar City?
Yeah, that's the question that every alumni booster
got to find a way to try to keep him in Cedar City. It seems like an impossible task with the numbers he's putting up.
Yeah, he's on the board of many.
I don't
Power
even think
4
he had
programs.
10 rushes at UTEP. He redshirted in his redshirt freshman year. I think he had like 7 or 8 carries.
And that's what the portal's for.
And then he comes to SUU and fills in for one of the greatest running backs the school has ever seen in Targy Lamson. And you've already forgotten about what Targy did last year, and you're like, Josh Dye's the guy.
Yeah, he is. He's a stud. And like I said, I think going into the Utah Tech game, he was number 3 in rushing in the FCS. Let me look at the current totals.
Did you know that he is a twin? Joshua Dye is a twin.
He's a twin. Okay.
Yeah. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
That's what I understand. He is a twin. And he must have got all the athletic prowess in his genes. I don't know how that works. I don't know much about the other twin, but that's pretty impressive, the numbers he's putting up.
Okay.
Paulie, he could lead the nation in rushing.
Third in the country. Rodney Nelson from Monmouth and L.J. Phillips Jr. from South Dakota, the only two rushers ahead of him right now in the country.
How far back is he at first?
He's about 100 yards back of first. Rodney Nelson from Monmouth having a hell of a year. So, and then lastly, let's round it out as we're running out of time here. Last one is the Utah Tech Trailblazers, 1-6 overall, 0-4 in the UAC. They're unranked in the polls, and their last time out was a 28-7 loss at Greater Zion Stadium to SUU. Next up is a home game at Greater Zion Stadium once again against North Alabama. Kind of talked to Coach Anderson in the Zoom yesterday. He just didn't think the team was fired up, the most ready to play. I commented to you that Delane Fitzgerald had the T-Birds ready with that first drive. They went surgically down the field. It just didn't look like Utah Tech was.
No, they came out the first play and they threw an interception.
They came out flat. Yeah. And Coach Anderson said as much. So this week,
sometimes
North
you
Alabama,
have to call a spade a spade.
Yeah, you have to call a spade a spade.
Especially with, I thought the defense played hard.
They played admirably, I thought. They were on the field a ton. The offense
Nobody's been able to stop
drives.
Josh Dye.
That's right.
Let alone Utah Tech.
And they did good on Barron. He only had like 150 yards or something like that.
SU scored 46, 27, 49, 34, 24, 42, 31, and then 28. So it was the second lowest output of their offense of all year, and yet they win by 21.
Yeah.
That tells me the defense played okay.
The defense played pretty good.
The offense did nothing, next to nothing.
That's right. The offense was stymied throughout the night. They couldn't get anything going. No consistently long drives. Coach Anderson commented the screen pass out of the backfield was their most dangerous play. They really need to improve the downfield passing game. So
yeah, 100%. Whew. Good stuff. By the way, I mean, SUU, Paul, I said this the other day, and I know you don't let me forget. I said SUU, I was very bullish on the T-Birds before the season. Well, I just thought with Bronson Barron, and I didn't know their defense would be struggle the way they have, but the adjustments that Coach Fitzgerald's made in season the last 2 weeks.
He's done a good job.
You beat the 13th ranked Abilene Christian Wildcats 31-24. You get 4 takeaways.
Yeah.
You get that big interception at the start of the game, and you beat your rival by 21. The defense holds the opponent to 7 on their home field.
Yeah.
I mean, if the next one against Austin Peay is the kicker, right? If they can beat the Govs, I think they can run the table.
The Govs are 5-3, one of the better teams
Eastern
in
Kentucky,
the UAC.
North Alabama. The remaining schedule is some of the weaker teams in the conference. So I think they got a chance to make the playoffs with 7 wins if they win out. We'll see. All right, hour 1 in the books. Hour 2 coming up when we come back as The Drive.
Welcome back to The Drive on The Fan.
Jamming into hour 2. What's going on, everybody? It is The Drive from the Finley Hyundai Studios. Devin, Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Tara Atkin, hanging out with you here on The Fan. A couple of reminders. We're going to be out and about this week. And if you're looking for something to do, we'd love to have you join us. And you can join us at the Finley Auto Trunk or Treat. It'll be 2 to 4 o'clock on Halloween. There'll be lots of trunks, lots of treats spread across Finley Subaru, Finley Kia, and Volkswagen. 1333 Sunland Drive. It's the Finley Auto Community Trunk or Treat with the Fan Sports Network. What won't be able to stay the whole time because with the Halloween, they've set the playoff high school football kickoff times at 4 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So I'll be down there from probably 1 till about 3, and then I've got to get out to Hurricane for that 4 o'clock kickoff. I'm going to be anchoring the coverage Hurricane and Highland. That'll be 4 o'clock on Friday, our Boulevard home game of the week. Paulie, you're going to be over there anchoring the coverage. Terry, you're going to be with Paulie. You guys are going to be at Snow Canyon.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
It's Battle of the Canyons.
Clash of the Canyons.
Yeah, I like the Clash of the Canyons. It's better. Alliteration.
Battle
Rolls off the tongue.
Clash.
The Clash.
You got to keep the
Canyons.
CC.
Yeah, that's alliteration.
Yes.
That's why I said that.
Yes. But you said battle.
I did. But then I said I like Clash better. So.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We've also got the Back Nine grand opening.
Yeah, the Back
This will
Nine.
be tomorrow night. Okay, so 5:30 to 9 o'clock, the second location. This is the big new facility. You're going to love it. They've got multiple hitting bays with the full swing golf technology. I don't know if you realize what you can do on those full swings.
Yeah.
So many different train tools, driving ranges, playing actual courses. There's tons of games. You can even do other sporting events on these full swing simulators.
Yeah.
And so, what is that look you're giving me?
Because Paul has no idea
He has
what
no
to
idea
do
what
with
I'm
the
talking.
full swing.
Yeah, yeah.
Tara's just smiling over there, just like smiling
Wait
wide.
till
Sorry,
she
when he
sees your
said
golf
that, I was
swing.
just laughing about Paul.
Wait till she sees your new improved golf swing.
Like I said, I'm gonna
I'm going to go take lessons
I'm gonna
with him to
solicit
help
it
him
right
out.
now. Marco, if you're listening, buddy, call in right now.
Can we get a twofer?
Yeah, can we get a 2-for-1 special on the lessons? Let me. I'm soliciting a call from
So
our
Paulie
friend
can
Marco.
know what he can do with the full swing.
That's right. I know I'm derailing the top 8 at 8, but if Marco, if you're listening right now, I want you to call in and tell me how much life prognosis my golf game has.
Oh, boy.
Because Devin completely puts it down, and Tara's on the opposite side. She's like, "Let's take lessons. Let's try.
He can do it.
And like you're just on the opposite end, buddy. You think I'm a lost cause?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of compare you to a bigger project than Charles Barkley.
Yeah, you did.
If anybody
You did.
knows, when Hank Haney did the Haney project, and
Well,
Charles
I'll take my man Mark over Hank Haney any day.
Okay.
So yeah, I will.
Sure. Yeah, Marco's the man. Marco's the man. And as big a man as he is, and as good at golf as he is, and as good as teacher as he is, I don't know if he can help you. I'm not sure. I know he'll try.
He will try.
I just don't know how good a student you're going to be.
I know. I need to lock in.
Yeah.
I knew.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna have to start doing some
Hitting 150 balls
meditation
and all that stuff.
Oh, you're gonna have to live at the
I'm gonna have
driving range.
blisters on my hands all the time.
Yeah. Okay, back to the back nine.
All right.
We're gonna do a closest to the pin contest tomorrow night, 5:30 till 9 o'clock, grand
Nice.
opening.
Yeah.
We're gonna be out there broadcasting live. Hawk's going to be out there broadcasting live. Coney Country, some of our other radio stations, our sister stations, going to be out there live. We're going to have a blast. Ghost bag, tailor-made brand new driver, indoor putting green. It, moves around. You can work on your right to left benders. Lot of fun. Kids, games, and activities. So bring the whole family. Food, drinks, the whole 9 yards. It's a grand opening. It's a big party. They're really excited. They're going to roll out some membership options that will only be available. I think there's 3 different options with huge discounts on, corporate sponsorships, couples memberships. They call them like the Birdie membership or the Eagle membership. We'll get you
Is there
all.
an albatross membership?
There probably is. Yes. And that's the one you want.
And that's the one
that's
you
the
want
one
for sure.
everybody wants.
Yeah.
I think an
Or the
albatross is
hole-in-one.
harder to get than a hole in one.
Really?
Well, yeah, because normally on a par 5, when you get an
yeah.
albatross, you're 200 to 250 yards out.
Yeah.
Trying to get, if it's a 550-yard par 5 and you hit your drive 300, you still got 250 in.
Right.
Most par 3s are between 150 and 210 yards. So they're just shorter most of the time, most of the courses. I know there's exceptions to that. So going to be fun. Going to be fun. Looking forward to having you join us tomorrow night at the back nine. And so if you haven't driven on George Washington lately, that's the road with the Maverick and Summit Athletic Club, just off River Road. There's all the new restaurants going in. There's Pasatano,
like Times Square over there.
Handles. They got the new Sprouts.
Yeah.
So, but it's on the other side. It's on the Virgin River side, that white building. So if you
It's
turn
on the same side as Maverick.
correct.
Yeah.
It's just down from the Maverick, almost across from Summit Athletic Club.
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple hundred yards further is Summit on the right. If you're going, east on George Washington. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We're really excited. Put in your phone. Go see the fan at the back 9.
There you go.
Put a reminder in your phone, 5:30 to 9. We're going to have candy, games, lots of stuff. Really look forward to seeing you tomorrow night over there. And maybe I'll sneak over there today, Paul. And give you a little sneak peek on our social medias. Maybe I'll go over there and give you a little sneak peek because I think you're going to love it. And sometimes us talking about it, and theater of the mind is a powerful thing, but sometimes when you see it, you're like, whoa, this is cool. Sometimes that visual is nice. So there you go. A couple things we've got going on. Also tomorrow night, maybe after you swing by the back nine, one of our other sponsors, Kabuto, is doing a Halloween special menu karaoke and costume contest. Kabuto Sushi and Ramen Bar. They got prizes for the top 3 costumes. They got karaoke and a special menu, one night only. It will be spooktacular.
There you go.
Yes. I think it's a set menu, drinks and food, so you can have your choices there. But really excited about that. And Paulie has yet to go to Kabuto. We got to get him over there.
Yeah. There was a
Marvell was. Yeah.
There was a promise.
We'll get you over there.
She can back me
We'll
on
get
that.
you over there.
That's right.
Well, and she had your back because I tried, but
She
you were
did.
unavailable.
She
I
did
said,
have my
no,
And
that's
so we
not
didn't
fair.
go without Paul. So we've just put it on hold. So,
Yeah, I gave her a little heart. That's right.
Yeah.
She protected my Kabuto lunch.
we will go to Kabuto. It is delicious. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
All right.
You're gonna love it. Okay, I saw this. It doesn't sound exciting.
Yeah.
But I think this is actually really kind of a great schedule. SUU and Utah Tech, the Big Sky put out their 2026 football schedules already, and they're going to the Big Sky. And this probably took a while to put together, right, with new members. And the hard part had to have been some of the teams that Utah Tech and SUU play in the preseason have been part of the WAC, part of the UAC. They've been playing Big Sky schools.
Yeah.
And you're scheduling these games years in advance.
Correct.
And so this year, the schedule goes like this. I know we're still in this season, but it's not too early. The schedule came out yesterday, and I wanted to make you aware of this. Utah Tech will open up at home, okay? And they will be playing Montana State. Montana State at home on Saturday, August 29th. So they'll get the Bobcats. Then they'll go to BYU.
Yeah.
They do have that money game against the Cougars, Lavelle Edwards Stadium. Then at Montana. Now, that is a gauntlet.
It's a rigorous
3-game stretch. Now, the Montana State game is a conference game. But the Montana game, week 3 is not. And the Northern Arizona game is not. That is not a conference game. So you when you already have these futures scheduled, you can't play every game as conference. You got to have the same number for every school, and so those 2 games will not be conference games. And then they'll play the rest of the games, including Northern Colorado, SUU, Portland State, Cal Poly, Idaho State, UC Davis, Eastern Washington, and Weber State, and those will all be conference games.
It happened to Utah a couple years ago. They scheduled Baylor years and years in advance, and then they played that game as a non-conference game in the non Big 12 schedules.
Yeah.
Even though they were Big 12, both teams were in the Big 12 at the time. The contractual agreement happened earlier than when the conference realignment happened, so they consider that a non-conference game. That's what Utah Tech's doing here with Montana.
And a little tougher schedule, only 5 home games.
Yeah.
And you got the 6 on the road because you're going to BYU. So that is the schedule. You end with Weber State in Ogden before Thanksgiving, Saturday, November 21st. So, tough slate. I mean, this Big Sky, I'm excited about this schedule. I know, some of you are maybe not as familiar with the Big Sky. Some of you are more familiar than you were with even the WAC. This is a good football conference. You watch the college FCS playoffs, and you'll see, these teams making runs. The UC Davises, the Montanas, the Montana States. I know Weber's down a little bit this year, but this is a good football conference. And Montana State have kind of led that charge for a long time. They've been, right there in the national
FCS
championship.
Blue Bloods,
Yes, 100%. And UC Davis is no slouch.
They're not.
And if
Eastern Washington has had their times as well.
They had their run. Coach Best has done a good job, and obviously, they've had those blue bloods come through, like the Cooper Cups, that have put up the amazing numbers, and look what he's done in his NFL career. So, yeah, it's a good football conference, to say the least. SUU's schedule also came out yesterday with the Big Sky releasing the schedule. They open against Montana on the road. Then they got Colorado State on the road.
Wow.
So back-to-back road games for the Thunderbirds in 2026. Then they get 3 in a row at home. Idaho State, UC Davis, Northern Arizona. Then they got to go to Portland State. They got Weber State at home. Then they got St. Thomas, Utah Tech, and Idaho all on the road. Northern Colorado, Ed Lamb, that'll be a homecoming or a reunion of sorts. Ed Lamb, former T-Bird coach, now left the T-Birds, went to BYU. In the last couple of years, he's been the head coach trying to rebuild Northern Colorado out there in Greeley.
Yeah.
And he will be back in Cedar City, and that'll be late November, early November. No, that'll be November 7th. Then they have a bye week, and then they go on the road to finish up at Sac State. So, Colorado State, St. Thomas, the only 2 different teams SUU is playing other than Utah Tech. Other than that, they're playing a real similar schedule.
Yeah, they are.
BYU, obviously, the big difference there for Utah Tech, which I think is exciting for Trailblazers to go up there and play again at LaVell Edwards Stadium. So
it is.
Good stuff. Good stuff. The schedules are out. All right, we're rolling. Hour 2. Lots to get to still. Got a bunch of stuff. Jazz are in action tonight. Lots of talk on that.
Speaking of the NBA, Michael Jordan, who's been doing the NBA on NBC coverage as like a voice on the panel.
Yep.
He had a really interesting quote on load management. I want to get into a little later in the show if we have time. But yeah,
we can do that when we come back, and then we'll talk some Jazz.
All right.
Stick around. It's what is Jordan saying? It perked Paulie's interest. He's percolated. Paulie has been percolated by Michael Jordan when we come back on The Drive. Hey, we're back, everybody. Did you miss us? Finley Hyundai Studios, Devin, Paul, TA, hanging out with you on a Hump Day Wednesday morning. Thanks for logging us in, loading us up. Anywhere you might be listening from, Southern Utah, Cedar City, Parowan, on the app, on the website, on the live stream. We're now streaming the show. If you've not heard, you can watch the show. So if you get to the office early and you want to pop us on and you want to see Paulie rocking his brand new Black Desert hat he got at the PGA event last weekend.
That's right.
You just go to youtube.com/the drive.
He's worn it 2 days in a row now.
.com/the drive.
I think we had a buffer day.
You must really like it.
I had a buffer day.
Did you?
Monday he didn't wear it.
Yeah.
But,
Tuesday,
he's worn it Tuesday and Wednesday.
Okay, maybe I did have the buffer.
You
day
had your
Monday.
Washington Commanders hat on Wednesday. At least you did at Wingnuts. I don't know.
All right.
I'm not hat checking you.
Sounds like Tara is.
I guess I am at checking.
She's hat checking. I like that.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he had an interesting quote.
Criticizing load management. Paulie, tell the folks, if you haven't seen this, it's making national headlines.
Yeah, he had a quote last night on the NBC broadcast. This was it. You play basketball for 2.5 to 3 hours a day. That's your job. What are you doing the other 21 hours? And that is what makes it interesting, because Jordan, obviously, it was a guy that laced it up every night, went out there, played, never really got hurt, never really, besides his respite for leaving for baseball, he was a guy that played in every game, I felt like. Never was hurt, never was tired, never had load management issues.
Even when he was sick, he played through the flu game.
Right.
It was great.
That's right. I mean, so he has no tolerance.
And he can say this, and people have to listen because he did it.
Yeah.
He sometimes when somebody says, easy for you and I to say, oh, they're the babies. They need to play when they're sick, when they're puking. They need to tough it out. It's their job. They get paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
But when Michael Jordan says it, it just carries some weight.
That's right.
I'm sure every player in the league has seen that he saw this last night. He was interviewed by Mike Tirico, and basically he just asked him what he thought of the notion of load management, and Jordan was not holding back. Well, I quote Jordan, "It shouldn't be needed first and foremost. I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove it was something that I felt like the fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up on top who probably worked his butt off to get a ticket to go to this game or have the money to buy the ticket."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And load management is defined as a strategy where teams strategically rest healthy players during the regular season to reduce injury risk and preserve energy for the playoffs. So some of the prominent names have been Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, some guys, big names, big names in the NBA that people pay a lot of money to watch them play. That's the thing. These tickets are not cheap. We know that, being in sports. It's not an economical pursuit anymore for a family of four to go to an NBA game. So whenever you go to a game, it's amazing to think that these stars just sit out because they're tired or they want to preserve themselves. I mean, if you look at the games missed by Kawhi Leonard over the last, even since 2011, 18, 24, 16, 18, 10, 10, 73, 22, 25. He misses a ton of games. And I understand some are injury and some, that makes sense. But for load management, and he's obviously bristled at people saying he does the load management bit, but I think that a lot of players just kind of overexert their power with load management. They just say, hey, I'm not feeling it tonight. I don't want to go. Save me for the playoffs. That falls on deaf ears for me. I've always felt like if you're healthy, you should play.
Right.
You're a contractually obligated player paying a lot of money. You should be out there playing unless you're hurt, dinged up, not able to go. So I agree firmly with Jordan in this case.
100%.
Yeah. And I get sick of the flopping and you're cramping, so you're going to go out. That's what I love about hockey. These guys will take a blade to the face or a puck to the face and come back with 75 stitches and still finish the game.
Next shift, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's like, really, you've got a cramp? Poor baby.
And there are certain players that will tough it out, and there's history has shown us, we know who the players are that are, injury prone.
Yeah.
And everybody's tough level is different, right? Jordan's flu game is historic now. It's a vintage throwback game where he scored 38 points and collapsed in Scottie Pippen's chest after they beat the Jazz in Game 5, and they were one win away from the finals, and they go on to win in Game 6. So, look, if you're going to get out there and do it, you got to give it everything you got. And sometimes you just can't go, right? Sometimes your body doesn't allow you to go. Yeah. I mean, there is those situations. But if you're good enough to start, unless you re-aggravate something, then you got to. I love what Jordan's saying about the fans. I want to. He said on the flip side, I want to shut the fans up that are cheering against me, and I loved that take too from Jordan.
Yeah. And listen to some of these names, and these are the prominent names with load management and games missed. These are the totals: 191, 150, 155, 140, 137. Over the last 5 years, that's what these guys have missed. Number one in load management games missed is Kawhi Leonard with 191. Number 2, Klay Thompson, another star in the league. He's missed 150. Kevin Durant, another huge name in the NBA, 155. Joel Embiid, 140. Kyrie Irving, 137. So if odds are pretty good that if you're an NBA season ticket holder, you're going to games a lot of the time where the top star is out. Yeah. And that's not cool if you're paying full price.
No, that's you're disappointed to say the least.
You're super disappointed.
Yeah, because you might not be able to you might have made travel plans or saved up, or it's a trip. You made a trip or a vacation out of it. You just can't cancel that because the night before you find out that they're load managing Kawhi Leonard.
That's right. So our mutual friend Judd, he had a mini plan with the Jazz where he picked 8 or 9 games, and one of them was the Lakers game because his kids wanted to see LeBron. So LeBron pulls out of the game. This was that mysterious thing when he wasn't hurt, and it was during that weird time and all that in his life and all that. So he was missing a ton of games. So it was he missed that Utah game and was sitting on the bench, and they had the courtside seats or whatever, the first 3 row seats. So they were walking around trying to get his autograph, and all these people were asking him why he was not playing. He's just shaking his head saying, "I'm not good right now." And it's just are you not good? Or can you still go and you're not perfect? That's my question. Is if you're not good, that's one thing, but you don't have to be perfect to play.
Right.
So that's what I've always maintained is that these guys are able to play. They should play.
And when he says, "I'm not good," it might not be the body. It could be the mind. You don't know that. Yeah. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes in somebody's head.
Okay, but as a professional athlete, they have sports psychologists to help them keep their mind right. And you're a professional athlete. You better have your mind right.
You think.
And you're paid in the top 1%.
I'm just saying that's a very blanket statement to know exactly what that means. I'm not good right now.
Yeah, that's all he said.
We need to see the police over for a welfare check
no,
on you,
I don't think that, but
I think it's more he needs a Midol or something and then get back out there and play.
Tara is very critical of the NBA guys for load management.
Yeah.
Because it is a problem, though. I think Jordan's right to voice, being the figurehead of the NBA, being the most prominent NBA player to ever play. And for him to say this, I don't know if it's going to trickle down to the players, but I think it's going to get more people talking about load management and how it's an issue. So
ESPN doubleheader tonight. Hopefully no load management going on.
Cleveland. Good segue.
Have plenty of Midol on the sidelines.
Obviously, Boston's dealt with some injuries. Cleveland at Boston. Cleveland and Donnie Mitchell, 3.5-point favorites. That's your 5 o'clock ESPN national game. And then the second game is Lakers at Timber Pups. I know it's the Timberwolves. I just like to call them the Pups.
You like that.
Minnesota by 7.5 in that game. Also, here we go with game 4 of the young season for the Bring 'em on out them Utah Jazz. Jazz will be at the Delta Center tonight taking on the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 7 o'clock tip-off. Portland comes in as a 3.5-point favorite in Utah tonight. Jazz are 2-1. So that's some of the notable things going on in the association tonight. Portland is 2-2 so far on the young season.
How's Scoot been? Henderson, has he been a decent player for them?
In his second year, right now, I haven't checked his stats.
Okay.
But let me see if I can pull those up really quickly.
No, it's all right. It looks like he's...
I don't know if he's played even.
He's not even playing. Did not play, left hamstring tear.
Yeah, he's hurt.
He's hurt.
Yep.
Okay.
So
I wondered about him.
load management.
No, he's legitimately hurt. But Donovan Klingen's proved to be a good little draft pick for him. The big man from UConn.
Yep.
He's going to be locked up with Walker Kessler down low. That'll be a good little matchup.
Yeah, and they paid Shaden Sharp all that money, and they got Drew Holiday and Jeremy Grant. Like this is an improved Portland Trailblazer team. You might not know all the guys on this team. Caleb Love.
Denny Advia is pretty good. He was from the Wizards. They traded for him. He had 25 against the Lakers the other night. He's a pretty good little player.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he is.
He's good.
Yep, good stuff. All right, got to take a break. NBA, Jazz, 7 o'clock. Bring them on out, them Jazz. Jazz winning tonight?
Yeah, I'm taking the Utah Jazz.
They've played well so far this season. It'll be really interesting to see if they can keep it rolling along. Looking for their third win in 4 tries tonight at home against the Blazers. We'll react to it tomorrow on the program. Got to take a break. We're back in a flash. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. It is the Drive Show today, brought to you by our friends at Game Day Men's Health, and they've teamed up with Habit Fitness Coach, personal trainer in town. Ammon does a great job to give somebody a Blackstone grill. Paul, how'd you like to wake up and win a Blackstone grill in a couple days? They're giving that away
Pretty good.
I think on Saturday, what you need to do if you want to enter to win, you can go find Game Day Men's Health on Instagram or at Habit Fitness Coach. All you got to do is share the story.
Okay.
And the details are on the post at Habit Fitness Coach if you want to win a Blackstone grill. And of course, if you are feeling tired, run down, something's just a little bit off, could be low testosterone holding you back. They offer free testosterone tests at Game Day Men's Health to get your results back in just 15 minutes. Real answers, real results, real fast. Reclaim your game with Game Day Men's Health. You can call or text for a free T-test, 435-265-4223. 435-265-4223. There was some big news yesterday outside of the Utah Mammoth loss on that frozen frenzy when we had every team in the NHL playing. Knights win, Mammoth lose. Paulie's Caps lost 1-0 to Dallas.
They did.
Terrace Kraken lost in overtime by a goal.
Hey, we got a point.
Got a point.
But Knight fans are waking up happy as we swept Carolina out of home and home in the last
There you
week
go.
or so. And that's big for the Knights because they've had a couple OT losses on that road trip where they're still getting points.
That's right.
But the big news,
I got something here.
It's Logan Cooley, right?
Yeah.
It is. The Utah Mammoth PR is officially put out today. The signing of center Logan Cooley to an 8-year contract extension with an annual average value, 3 A's in a row there, or 2 A's in a row.
I saw 10 million.
10 million, yeah. And we had talked about this story about how Cooley was not willing to negotiate at the time in the preseason. You know, he didn't want to sign a deal
He
yet.
wanted to shelve it till
Yeah.
after the season. Yeah.
That's right. So he's now committed to Utah for 8 more years. He's only 21 years old. He's got 8 goals, 4 assists, and 12 points, and a +5 rating through 11 games to start the season.
Yep.
Good time to sign this deal because I'm sure the value went up with the start to the season he had. So
Yeah, I think that's what he was banking on, right? Let me show you what I can do, then
That's
let's
right.
talk.
Then
I
we'll talk,
kind of
yeah.
mini betting on himself there for a little stretch.
he said, I'm excited to sign an 8-year extension with the Mammoth. Choosing to play with this group of teammates was the easiest part of the decision, and living in Utah has been amazing since day one, said Logan Cooley, center for the Utah Mammoth. The atmosphere at the Delta Center in front of our fans is unreal, and Ryan and Ashley Smith have given our team every resource to succeed, which is all you can ask for as a player. We have an opportunity to do something special here. Thanks to the incredible people in this organization. This is an awesome day for me and my family, and I'm proud to commit to the state of Utah and to the Mammoth.
Yeah. I love
Pretty
it.
good.
And Ryan Smith said that Logan is elite in every sense of the word.
Yeah.
And
And
he's got a lot of skill.
He said he's one of the most young, exciting players in the league. And the fact that he chose to plant roots here in Utah says everything about what we're building.
Yeah.
He's part of this incredible core of young players that will have a major impact in the future of this franchise. So Ryan Smith is giddy. Logan Cooley is giddy. Bill
And-
Armstrong, I'm sure, is giddy.
Mammoth fans should be giddy because
Yeah,
now
we
Keller, Cooley, Paterka, and Gunther all locked up to long-term deals, and they're all under the age of 28. So
Yeah.
it's a good day to be a Mammoth fan.
Was he at the University of Minnesota? Is that where he played his college hockey at?
Cooley did play at Minnesota.
Minnesota, which is a good hockey program.
Really good
Yeah.
hockey program. Yep.
He was a first-round pick by Arizona, obviously. He wasn't drafted by... 'cause
2 or
this is-
3 overall.
I think he was
right?
third overall, if I remember
yeah.
correctly. So, I mean, this guy was highly drafted, and
He
now
was.
you're seeing that big extension. And he's earned it. He's earned it. And they're off to a great start. I know the 7-game win streak snapped last night, but still very exciting start to the
Great
season.
news here this morning with the announcement of this deal, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think hockey fans should be absolutely ecstatic.
And if you were waiting, I was kind of waiting. Cooley's been my guy. I've always loved him on the Mammoth and then the Utah Hockey Club year one. But I think now at time with the 8-year extension, it's time to get myself a jersey. I think I will get a Cooley jersey.
There you go.
You love the new Mammoth logo.
I
You
do.
I do
Yeah,
too. Yeah,
I like
love
it a
it.
lot.
Yeah, I think most people do.
I think it's.
Yeah.
I think they
And the
smashed
tusk
out.
up.
I think the Yeti would have been fine too, but I think
Yeah.
What
now
they
that it's
did
decided,
with the logo, with the mountains on the back of the
Was
Mammoth,
pretty cool.
and it is
It
pretty
is cool.
cool. It's an homage to Utah. They do a really good job with it. So.
by the way, they have invited the media to a press conference at 9:30 this
9,
morning. I
yep.
don't think we're going to make it from St. George unless Tara has jet fuel in her private plane.
Her car is fast though.
But yeah, we're not going to make
but
it.
not 45 minutes fast.
No, not quite.
We would need to get there in a half an hour because we're on the air till 9, Paul.
That's right. I'm aware.
Yeah. But yeah, Ryan Smith's going to be there.
Yeah.
Logan Cooley will be there. Bill Armstrong will be there, and they're going to have a little Q&A and open it up to the media. So we might get some more quotes and some more context.
Maybe I'll reach out to our guy Cole Bagley for tomorrow's show or something. See if we can get him on to talk Cooley extension in the 7-game heater they were on just recently.
And for some of you that haven't really watched the Mammoth yet, you're not all in on hockey. Just take our word for it. This is a big deal. This is a big deal for the state. This is a big deal for the Mammoth. This is a big deal for Logan Cooley. I mean, here's this young kid out of Minnesota who's getting $10 million a year now. I mean, that's a nice little payday. And I think in a year or two, that's going to look like a bonus. That's going to look like a great team-friendly deal.
I mean, he was like one of the youngest players in like the history of the Coyotes / Mammoth / Utah Hockey Club franchise. At the age he was, I think he was 20 last year. He was still 20 years old throughout the entire season. Was like the only player to have 20-plus goals under the age of 21. So he was like really, really impressive last year, and he's just scratching the surface on what he can do. I think he's super talented with the puck. He's got a great shot. He plays a two-way game. I think this is a great signing for Utah, and Utah fans should be happy. I mean, our cohort Caden, who does the afternoon podcast and the Southern Utah Sports Report, he texted and was all excited, all amped up, and I think many Mammoth fans are.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Excited. Not as busy night in the hockey world as last night, obviously.
No.
How many games do we have tonight? Just
I
a
think
handful?
just one.
Just one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's on a back-to-back.
Island game today.
Yeah.
I think it is.
What are you going to do, Tara? Are you going to be okay tonight?
I don't know.
Blue Jackets, Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
buddy.
I just might need some help. I don't
World
know.
Series.
World Series. Yeah,
There
I'll
you
have the
go.
World Series. So,
She will.
Yeah.
This World Series has been incredible.
It
Are you
has.
guys with me
has.
on that? Like
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
playoffs in general have been like I know there was some sweeps and whatnot, but Detroit and Seattle was great. The Blue Jays in Seattle was great, and now the Dodgers and Blue Jays has been great. Really, the whole American League.
Yeah.
From the divisional round on has had some exciting, thrilling, must-win final game situations where they went to Game 5, then Game 7, and are we headed to 7 again in the Fall Classic?
I think so.
I think so, too.
I mean, they've guaranteed with the win last night 6-2 by
Right.
beating Shohei. They're going back to Toronto, and history shows us a couple weeks ago when Seattle went back to Toronto, that did not bode well for the Mariners.
Right. Yeah.
We blew a 3-1 lead on a 3-run George Springer home run in Game 7. In the bottom of the 7th inning and lost. And I'm not over that still.
Oh, dang it.
Did you see that the GM, not the GM, but the vice president of baseball operations for the Seattle Mariners took out a full-page ad in the Seattle Times Monday thanking Mariner fans?
That's
Oh,
cool.
that's awesome.
Took out a full spread and talked about how I know we've fell short, but because of you, we've been re-energized and we're going to bring a World Series to the fans. Like it was
That's
a
cool.
smart PR move because I don't think Seattle Mariner fans coming that close have gotten over that loss. I still wake up and go, I can't believe I'm watching the Blue Jays and the Dodgers. It should be I mean, we were there. We're in the bottom of the 7th with a 3-1 lead and we just couldn't hang on to it.
Yep.
You still wake up in the middle of the night sweats. Like,
Springer! Yeah, it
In the
was
middle of the night.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Springer heavily involved in the garbage
Trash can,
can
yes,
thing?
he
So
was.
that makes it even worse.
worse. Yeah.
You just imagine him laying him flat on the bed, Robin beside him, and he's like, Springer!
I am imagining that. Yeah. Night sweats, everything.
Yeah, the cold sweats, waking up in the middle of the night, haunted by George Springer.
Yes. Have you guys been have you guys been following the AJ Brown situation with the Eagles a little bit?
I know
little
he's
bit.
disgruntled, but
Yeah.
he didn't play last week, did he?
Well, I mean, there's just
He wants traded. Yeah.
there's just a it's just a whole the Athletic just put out a story and AJ Brown discusses relationship with Jalen Hurts, the rush of making a catch, and a bunch more. And the lead line in this story by Alex Valdez A man with no friends, a man whose only dopamine rush is catching the ball, a man who's the best receiver in Philadelphia Eagles history. A.J. Brown knows he's different on the field and off it. And then it goes in and talks about how he contemplated suicide since November of 2020.
I know he's had his mental health struggles.
The story that keeps bubbling up is the tension with Jalen Hurts, who had 4 touchdown passes, and A.J. Brown was not on the field on Sunday.
Yeah.
So,
They might be better addition by subtraction at this point. He's obviously made it known that he's not happy.
Right.
And maybe he wants a new place to call home because he might be more targeted in another offense. I just the way they run the football, they got Smith,
but they hadn't been running the football. Like, there was that game in the fourth quarter where they had the lead and they didn't even give Saquon 6 touches.
Jahan Dotson is scoring touchdowns over you, so that should should be an issue. So he is not very good, and he's like their third, fourth receiver, and he's getting more targets than you. Like, I don't know. I'd be a little disgruntled too if I think I'm him. I think he signed a big deal there, was promised to be the number one, and really the target share has not been there for A.J. Brown. I know fantasy owners, you have him in the league, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't been great this year.
Brown says on the tension with Jalen Hurts, he says, we're both two alphas who want to be the best and demand greatness from each other and everyone around us.
Okay.
That's all he said about the tension with Jalen Hurts.
Okay, and Hurts will never be an elite passer. And that's the thing I want to tell AJ.
He's a proven winner.
He's a proven winner, and he's won a Super Bowl. But if you look at his numbers and the way that his career has progressed, I mean, it's not much passing improvement over like 5 years of Jalen Hurts' career. Completion percentage, not market improvement. Interceptions. I know he's not a turnover guy, but he's also not a dice you up and throw it in tight windows guy. He's not a guy that's going to beat you with his arm a lot of the times. He is good because he's a dual threat quarterback. So, and I don't think A.J. Brown is ever going to get a Peyton Manning or Tom Brady in Philly. Like, he's not going to get a pocket passer that's going to target him 20 times. Like, he's got to understand, you got Saquon, you got Devonta Smith, you got Goddard, you got other people around you.
Yeah.
You can't be the center of attention all the time.
Yeah. It's interesting, though. They talk about how he doesn't allow himself to have friends. He says he loves his Philly teammates, as A.J. Brown, who I care about and I love. But as far as friends in my life that he can count on, he doesn't want to go there.
Oh.
He says when it comes to friends for me, that's a tough subject. As far as close friends who I can truly, deeply depend on, I think that's just a lot, and I don't want to place that on someone.
Wow.
But
Interesting.
But with the suicide, he did credit Elijah Moore, who's now with the Buffalo Bills and a former Ole Miss teammate of his, for helping him through all that, those suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Leaning on their faith.
That's good. Yeah.
It's an interesting.
Just gotta have someone to talk
I
to.
never really. I mean, we see him reading the book, riding the bike. You hear the headlines. You see him on Sundays, but I really had not deep dove and didn't know too much about A.J. Brown.
And I think that's a lot of the players in the NFL. I don't think we know a lot about
some
their
don't want you to get to know them. They
Some
want
of
their
them don't
private
want
life
you
to be
to
their
know.
private life.
Yeah.
Others are more like an open book. So when I saw this story, I read it this morning and I was intrigued by it.
Yeah.
And I thought if there's Philadelphia fans out there or football fans out there or people that are battling through stuff, it might be an interesting read for some people.
Yeah, it could be. I think it'd be. I haven't read it yet, but I'd like to go back and read that article.
Yeah. And I'm just giving you the cliff notes. I'm not. And Alex Valdez is the writer. Just came out, just hot off the press, New York Times and The Athletic. A.J. Brown discusses relationship with Jalen Hurts and the Russia making a catch and more. I didn't even get into stuff about the catch. We're celebrating today. Switch gears. We talked about this a lot in the first hour of the show, but for maybe some people that missed the first hour of the show, a state championship was won last night for one of our local teams. The defending 4A volleyball champs have been dethroned. Orem Tigers went in as the number 1 seed, and yes, they did get past Crimson in the semifinals yesterday. They met Desert Hills, and Desert Hills had beaten Green Canyon to get into that title game. Last night I watched that fourth set, and what a win for the Thunder. 26-24. They rushed the court at Utah Valley University, and congratulations to Craig Allred and the Thunder volleyball program. I think 5 seniors on this team, 5 seniors. And this team did send a congratulations text to Coach Allred, hoping to have him and some of the players on the show potentially tomorrow. They didn't get back till late last night.
Yeah.
Sure they were met by some friends and family, and obviously ecstatic. And I said this earlier, worth repeating. I feel like Region 9 women's sports have been really strong in the calendar year. From what Nadal did in track and field to what some of our girls did in the golf in the spring. Softball, we had D Hills play for a state championship. I know they didn't win it, but they were so close. So close.
Second or third time in a row.
Yeah,
for Desert Hills, wasn't it? In softball,
back-to-back state championship appearances, but they came up short in both. But still, great runs.
Oh yeah, and they're a great team.
Super talented.
You look at. I know we had a strong year in tennis, cross country. We just had Snow Canyon girls soccer team, Connor Brown. Shout out to them. They won the girls 4A state soccer championship last week.
Yep.
I know Pine View's cross country team took second. The girls did awesome. We'll just keep it rolling, and we'll see what girls we did lose some talent in girls basketball, though, didn't we? With Olivia Hamlin graduating, now she's playing at BYU. It'll be really, I'm real interested to see how much time Liv gets with the Cougars, with Lee Kamar, the new BYU Cougars. We're talking a lot about the BYU men's team. We haven't talked anything about the girls team, but I will be keeping an eye on them more so than normal, just because Olivia Hamlin from Snow Canyon High School is now playing for the Cougars. Yeah. Decommitted from Nebraska when Kamar got the job, and then signed with BYU. Tough loss for the Cornhuskers.
Yeah, it is a big loss.
Yeah. High school football. Let's go. Playoffs, round 2. Are you ready?
Playoffs?
Playoffs!
Don't talk to me about playoffs. We're ready.
Only 2 games last Friday night, and both of our local teams fell. If you missed that, Dixie went up to Highland. We had the game for you on the Fan Sports Network. And Highland played well. I don't want to take anything against them, and I think they're going to be a formidable challenge for Hurricane.
That Ripley kid's good. Veely Ripley. He's a freshman. Really talented little player.
They got 2 quarterbacks that both play.
Falau, the receiver corner.
Vaughn, number 6, had that long touchdown. He's kind of a burner, wide receiver.
They got some players.
They got some big, strong offense and defensive linemen. That's a formidable. They were a 5A team forever, and they took it on the chops for a number of years.
Yeah, and any team that can win 6 in a row in region, no matter the strength of the region or not, winning 6 football games
builds
in a row.
confidence.
7 now with the Dixie win.
Correct. So they're on a 7-game win streak. They go into Tiger Town.
That's right.
Into the Tiger's Den.
Yeah.
Get that the Tigers.
Wait, what was that again?
I can't
do it again.
My voice gave out.
Oh, it gave out.
Yeah, I was trying to do a tiger roar, but it was weak sauce. Okay. I'm not going to redo that. It was improv.
That's why I was asking.
It was improv.
There we go. You sounded good that time.
Thank you. I've been working on that. Thank you. Don't ask me to ever do that again. The Tigers Den. I'll be out there Friday, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, we will have Hurricane and Highland. That'll be our Boulevard home game of the week. It was really difficult. It took us about an hour plus going back and forth. I mean, when you have 4 games all on the same day, all at home sites, it's tough because you want to do good matchups, but at the same time, you want to cover everybody, but we can't. So actually... decided on Snow Canyon Hurricane, and what it came down to ultimately is we looked at the number of games that we broadcast for each school, and we had done one less Hurricane and one less Snow Canyon than everybody else, and so we're like, let's go do them and spread the love around. We cover our entire region, and so Highland Hurricane will be streamed on the Fan. We'll also have it on KSLSports.com. We'll start that game on the radio simulcast, and then we'll be doing some comprehensive wraparound coverage. Say Hurricane blows Highland out at halftime, it's 35-0. But Snow Canyon's tied in that game, and the clash for the Canyons with Green Canyon. Then we'll jump over there on the radio, and we'll get you that coverage. So that's why right. I say, not not full tilt red zone coverage, but we'll have some back and forth going on the radio side of things. On the stream, we'll stream each game in its entirety for you, so you can watch that. Links will all be up on the fansportsnetwork.com, our YouTube page. Make sure you go subscribe. It's nice if you go subscribe there on YouTube because it'll set a reminder for you when we go live with pregame, and it's nice. You get that alert, and you can just push play.
That's right.
So youtube.com/the Fan Sports Network.
Same place you can watch the show every day now, live.
Yeah, well, not the exact same place, is it, Tara?
Fan Sports
You can
Network
navigate
YouTube
to it.
page, right?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
go
I
to the
thought
Fan
so.
Sports Network and then go to live.
Okay.
And then you can find us on the drive.
We're there.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Show flew by today.
Yeah, it did.
Flew by today. Good
It's
stuff.
normally a good one when that happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about, if you missed some of the things, some of the highlights today, Cooley's extension, talked about that. Mammoth locked him up for 8 more years. He's a young, up-and-coming star in the league, but their 7-game win streak was snapped. We did discuss the Knights. Dorothea of Eichel, big games last night. Knights beat the Hurricanes 6-3. We did talk about the new football schedules that came out. And the Big Sky released their schedules, so SUU and Utah Tech, about a minute apart, both put out their schedules for next year for football. We went through those. Those are all up on both schools' websites if you want to look at those closely. The big games: Colorado State for SUU Week 2, BYU Week 2 for Utah Tech. Those are the money games in the preseason for 2026. We also have a press conference today at 1 o'clock, and we are going to find out where the home of the Trailblazers men's soccer and baseball programs will be headed, because the Big Sky does not offer men's soccer or baseball in their conference. So we're going in all sports, except for those 2 sports are going to be joining a different conference. That announcement will be at 1 o'clock today. Paulie was guessing, will it be Summit League? Will it be Mountain West? Will it be West Coast Conference? Will it be Big West Conference? Those are probably the most likely 4. With the soccer tie-ins to the Mountain West, that I don't think you're going to see baseball in one, and so I think you want both men's soccer and baseball to go to the same conference. Yeah. And so it'll be really interesting. We don't know, but we have our guesses, and we'll see officially, and we'll react to that tomorrow but the press conference today at 1, and we'll react tomorrow on the program.
Yeah.
Also, just a reminder, the picks of the week are out for this week. The Zag picks of the week. You can win Zag gift certificates and Kabuto sushi. Don't forget tomorrow night, costume party and karaoke at Kabuto at 7 o'clock. Special menu. That's going to be a lot of fun. Top 3 best costumes win prizes. Go have some fun with that. Take your wife out on a date. Both of you get dressed up. Paulie's going to be going as Peaches the dog.
That's
singing some Boston for you.
That's right.
Yes.
More than a feeling.
Yes. Also, tomorrow night, we've got a live remote, 6 to 8 o'clock. Fan Sports Network will be live after the Mesquite from the Bleachers program at the grand opening of the Back 9. Come by, closest to the pin, long drive in their full swing simulators, showcasing that to the community. We're giving away a ghost bag, tailor-made driver. They're going to have special membership offers, only good tomorrow night at the grand opening. They've got kids, games, and prizes, and bring the whole family over there on George Washington, just across from the River Road Summit Athletic Club. Anything else I missed? Trunk or Treat Friday, 2 to 4 at Finley Auto. Fan will be part of that. So bring your kids after you pick them up from school and get your bags full of candy at the community Trunk or Treat at Finley Subaru, Kia, and Volkswagen on Sunland Drive. Paulie, rate the show.
I'm going to go strong today, 9.8.
9.8.
What about Tara's rating?
9.
9
flat. There's room for improvement. We'll try it tomorrow. We got some great show guests. We'll see you 7 to 9 on a Thursday. Have a good one, everybody.